By telling you guys a statistic that really shocked me. So according to Meredith Cohn in Alternatives to Animal Testing Gaining Ground in the Baltimore, August of 2010, worldwide it is estimated that the number of vertebrate animals from zebrafish to non-human primates ranges from the tens of millions to more than 100 million used annually on animal testing. This topic should raise questions from reasonable people, and I know we all buy products, but do you know if the products are used on animal testing or not? So like many of you, I'm a pet owner, and I wouldn't want this to happen to any of my pets or any animals. Animal cruelty is wrong and unjust, and after discussing the problem, I'll share the problems that animal cruelty causes and and how we can prevent further animal cruelty. And then I'll share some animal cruelty cases I found out. So first of all, let's talk about the problem itself. According to the 2005 report on enforcement of the Animal Welfare Act by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, in 2006, about 670,000 animals, not including rats, mice, birds, or invertebrates, were used in the procedures that did not include more than momentary pain or distress. But about 420,000 were used in procedures in which pain and distress were relieved by anesthesia, while 8,400 were used in studies that would cause pain or distress that would not be relieved. And according to Allison Abbott in Animal Testing, more than a cosmetic change, in November 2005, toxology testing, also known as safety testing, is conducted by pharmaceutical companies testing drugs, or by contract animal testing facilities such as Huntington Life Sciences. Around 1 million animals are used every year in Europe in toxology tests, which are about 10% of all procedures. According to the Nature magazine, 5,000 animals are used for each chemical being tested, with 12,000 needed to test pesticides. These tests are conducted without anesthesia because interactions between drugs can affect how animals detoxify chemicals and may interfere with the results. So another problem with animal testing is with cosmetics testing. Cosmetic testings on animals are still conducted here in the US, and it involves general toxicity, eye and skin irritancy, and phototoxicity, which is triggered by an ultraviolet light, and it's also triggers mutation on the animals too. And cosmetics testing has been banned in the Netherlands, Belgium, and the UK. And in 2012, after 13 years of discussion, the European Union, also known as the EU, agreed to make a near total ban on the sale of animal-tested cosmetics during the EU from 2009, and to ban all cosmetic-related animal testings. So after hearing about the problems with animal testings, I'll tell you guys, or I'll let you know the causes of the animal testing. Animal testing isn't fair for animals at all, in my opinion, because they don't have a say in whether they want to be or not, because you can't really understand them. And people argue, or they try to argue, that it's right to test on animals because you can't test on humans. But in my opinion, it's not fair. It's not right to test on animals too, because they feel the pain and they get mutated, which isn't right. With every problem, there is a solution. For women and men, instead of using a lot of the products you guys already use, I researched and found out there's a lot of products out that are cruelty-free. Some of these include The Body Shop, Burt's Bees, Body Butter Factory, Hard Candy, Kiss My Face, and Urban Decay. And there's a lot more. All you have to do is Google cruelty-free products. And according to the People for Ethical Treatment of Animals, also known as PETA, they say because there are so many medications on the market and new ones are being introduced every day, it would be very difficult for us to maintain lists of vegan and non-vegan medications. So PETA recommends that you inquire directly with the company that makes your medications and to ask your doctor to check with them if the medications are being tested on animals. So lastly, I'll share with you some cases I found out about animal cruelty. So according to Ben A. Franklin in the article, Going to Extremes for Animal Rights in the New York Times, published in August of 1987, 1985 was a pivotal year in the debate about animal research in the U.S. with the enactment of amendments to the Animal Welfare Act. Britches, a monkey that was born that year inside UC Riverside, was removed from his mother at birth and left alone with his eyelids sewn shut, and a sonar sensor in his head as a part of an experiment to test sensory substitution devices for blind people. The Animal Liberation Front raided the laboratory on April 20th, 1985, and removed Britches and 466 other animals, and reportedly inflicting $700,000 worth of damage to the equipment. Another case, according to Owen Baucow in the article, Court Jails, Huntington Animal Test Lab Blackmailers, published in The Guardian in January 21st of 2009. PETA filmed staff inside Huntington Life Sciences in the UK, in Europe's largest animal testing facility, hitting puppies, shouting at them, and simulating sex acts while taking blood samples. The company said that the employees were dismissed and that two pleaded guilty to cruelly terrifying the dogs. They were only given community service orders and ordered to pay 250 pounds, which is about only $400 in the US. So now that you know about animal testing, in conclusion, animal testing is cruel, it's unfair, and it shouldn't happen to innocent animals, but because they have to suffer through a lot of the testing and drugs and cosmetic testings and everything, and they're treated badly, really badly in these testings. But there are a lot of different ways we can prevent animal cruelty by buying just products that are certified cruelty-free, and at the end of the day, no matter what diseases may be cured by animal testing, it's never right to save a life by murdering another animal's life. Even if it just is an animal, it's still wrong and it's still unjust.